Hi, so in today's video, we'll discuss how you can create a personal voice AI assistant for your business. You will see how to set up your AI agent in just a few clicks, customize it to fit your specific needs, and a live demo of the assistant. So whether you are a business owner, an agency, or just someone looking to automate calling, this is for you. And the best part is that you do not need any technical skill. You can just follow along this video. So now let's dive in. Before we begin, make sure you have created your free Voice Genie account so you can follow along with this tutorial. Once you are signed in, go to the assistant, click on create new assistant. Here you will name your assistant and add your company name. So I would personally suggest using a clear name like sales outbound agent or customer support agent. It will basically help you in keeping track of which assistant does what. So for this video, we will make a Tesla test drive booking agent. This assistant will basically answer all customer inquiries related to Tesla vehicle and also book test drives for interested customers. So let's name this Tesla test drive. So now we are into the assistant dashboard. This is where you will set up your assistant. So first, let's define goal. Goal is something that will basically guide your assistant behavior. And for this particular assistant, the goal for the assistant is going to convince users to book a test drive for Tesla and also answer all their inquiries about Tesla. So I have already written a goal and script for this particular video. I'll just copy paste it from the script. So next on to who speaks first. This is where you will decide who is going to initiate conversation on the call. It can either be assistant or it can either be user. In my personal experience, the person who calls usually speaks first. So if I'm creating an outbound agent, I would personally select assistant initiate versus when I'm creating an inbound agent, I may select user initiate. But again, the best way to find the right answer is by making multiple calls and actually seeing the results. So for this particular agent or assistant, I'm going to select and go ahead with assistant initiate as this is an outbound sales agent. Finally, let's craft a welcome message. This is especially critical for outbound calls. This is the first message that the assistant is going to say when a user picks up the call. So let's just set the welcome message. Now, before going over to the script, I have already written a script. So I'm not going to discuss script in detail right now. We will discuss it in the end. For now, I'm just going to copy paste the script that I have created. And we'll come back to this later on. Now coming over to voice assistant's voice. You can select it from here and you can choose between different languages. You can also choose the gender. And as of now, Voice Genie provides two kind of voices. One is Voice Genie's inbuilt voices and another one is 11 Labs voices. So if you have a free account with Voice Genie, you won't get these 11 Labs voices for your campaigns. But if you have a paid account, you get these for free with the Voice Genie account itself. So for this particular video, we will use Jessica's voice. You can also test it from here.
Hello, I am Jessica from Voice Genie. How can I help you?
So we will go ahead with Jessica. Now once the voice is selected, I'm going to come to general settings here. Again, we have already put up the company name beforehand. So now coming over to speech settings, this is where you will fine tune how your voice AI agent interacts. So think of this as teaching your assistant how to behave in a conversation. So starting with speech rate, here you are going to adjust the speed of your assistant's voice. So we can assume that slower speeds may work better for clarity and faster speeds keep conversation short. So you can select the best possible speed for your particular assistant. Again, I will suggest choose this or select this based on the demo calls. Create your assistant and then place the demo calls and see which speed is ideal for you. Next is response behavior. Here you get two options. One is rapid response, and as you can see, other one is thoughtful response. So in rapid response, so the assistant will reply instantly after detecting a silence. So here the conversations are likely to be very short. Versus in thoughtful response, the assistant will pause slightly to ensure that the customer has actually finished speaking. Like it happens in natural conversation, that the person who is speaking takes a pause, takes a beat before he continues speaking. In that case, you don't want the assistant to actually just detect the silence and start speaking. So for that particular use case, this is a great option. For this video, we are going to go ahead with rapid response. Next is allow assistant interruption. So as given here, if this is turned on, you are basically going to allow customers or callers to interrupt the assistant while the assistant is speaking. So if this is turned on and the user interrupts the assistant will actually stop mid-sentence and responds to whatever the user has said. Versus if this is turned off and the user actually tries to interrupt the assistant will finish his original sentence and reply to whatever the customer has asked after finishing off his sentence. So this again, I'm going to keep it off for this particular one. So next is no response time limit. It might happen that the user hasn't replied to whatever the assistant has said. In that case, we can set a time limit for assistant to wait for user response. And if the user doesn't respond, the assistant will actually ask the re-engage message. So we are setting a time to give users to respond before the assistant will re-engage with the user. It could be a message like, "Are you still there?" or something else. So again, this is a great feature to add, and you can just add your limits here. So next is re-engage. In a case where the user is not responding, you can set the assistant to engage the user back with a re-engage message like, "Are you still there?" So you can also set a limit of 2 to 3. And then if the user still doesn't respond, the call will be cut automatically. So this is the speech settings. So next one is call settings. So a lot of calls that you might go to voicemail. So for that case, you need to have a particular structure for your assistant to follow. So VoiceGenie provides two options. One is either the assistant will hang up on reaching voicemail, or you can actually leave a message. So you can select between hanging up or leaving a message. You can also write the message content here. So for this particular one, I'm just going to go ahead with hanging up on reaching voicemail. Next is max call duration. You can set a maximum call duration for the particular call. Coming to functions, this is where you will give capabilities to your assistant. So VoiceGenie supports transfer to human, webhook, custom SMS, and Boca meeting. For this particular assistant, we are just going to go ahead with custom SMS, but I'm going to give you an example or show you all the functionalities that VoiceGenie provides. First one is transfer to human. If you enable this, you can actually add your team's phone numbers, and if a caller says, "I want to speak to an agent," the assistant will forward the call to the number that you have added. So you can just add new number. You can give the person a name and the description and then the phone number, and then it will appear here. So we are just going to have custom SMS in this assistant. So I'm going to delete this transfer to agent number that I've just added. Next, coming on to webhooks. So with the webhooks, you can add your endpoint from your CRMs or other service, and all the data collected will be sent to that CRM after the call in. So the data could be transcript, recording, collected leads, status, call duration, phone number, etc. So again, you can set up your webhooks if you want. It is actually very simple. Again, we are not going to use webhooks for this particular assistant. So we will be moving on to the next one. So next is custom SMS. So we are going to integrate custom SMS for this particular assistant. So with custom SMS, you can basically send texts during the call on certain triggers, and we can set those triggers here. So let's just set this up. I will just add custom SMS. I will give this a template name. I'll also add message content. Hi, this is Toby from Tesla. Thank you for showing interest in Tesla Drive. And I will, for this video, I'll add just one link so you can book your appointment here. Yeah, and we can add trigger phrases. Again, this is very important. If user shows interest in booking a test drive, as if user says yes to booking a test drive, and if user wants to book a test drive, and in these triggers, the message will be sent to user, and the message will be include the message content that we have set above. So again, we have set this. Next is book a meeting. So VoiceGenie also provides booking a meeting over call. VoiceGenie has integration with Cal, so you can link your Cal account to VoiceGenie, and then you can just enable this, and you can get meetings booked online using VoiceGenie. Next is going to be knowledge base. You can also add a knowledge base for your assistant. So this is a Tesla test drive bot. If I had a knowledge base, I would add a knowledge base of all the Tesla cars and the specifications. But again, I don't have that. So we are just going to go without it. Now coming on to the script, which is the most important part of setting up an assistant. So script is all about giving a structure, giving guidelines, and giving instructions to assistant on how you want conversation to flow. You can see a script right here. So the goal for this particular assistant is again encourage test drive booking and get their inquiries answered around Tesla. So I've written the script in that way. I have given guidelines to assistant in that way. I'm asking assistant to encourage them to book test drive. I have given this guideline to understand user needs. So again, all of these you can take help from ChatGPT or DeepSeek. I will also link this particular script in a doc below, so you guys can get some references if you want. And then you can add and basically tweak it after making a test call if you want, again, if you want it. So the assistant script is ready and I'm just going to save it. And let's place a demo call. So I have actually completed the demo call. I'll show you the recording. I just want you to know that after a demo call ends, you will also get analysis or a snapshot here, which you can see and analyze. You can see the assistant performance. You can see the transcript. You can actually hear the recording. And I'm just going to play that one. So let's just get ahead and listen to the call that I just had.
Hi, Rohit Shahi. I am Toby calling from Tesla. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So, Rohit, what's most important to you in a vehicle?
I really do care about the performance.
I see. Performance is definitely key in making an exciting drive. Based on that, I would recommend the Tesla Model S. It has incredible acceleration and great handling. Would you like to experience the Model S firsthand with a test drive?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Great choice. I believe the number we have on file is 918076580963. Could you please verify that it's correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you for confirming, Rohit. You will receive a confirmation SMS soon, and a Tesla representative will reach out shortly to confirm your booking details. I appreciate your time and interest in Tesla. Have a fantastic day.
So as you can see, the call was actually fine. Again, I didn't ask any complicated questions. It is a big loop that we can go in. But for this video, I wanted a very simple assistant to show you guys that you can create these sort of voice assistant with VoiceGenie. And again, you can make it more complicated. You can give more in-depth instructions. And then the customer will be actually satisfied by talking to your assistant over call. So I will definitely recommend that after creating an assistant, test it out to the maximum, figure out the places where the assistant lacks and give those instructions to assistant so that every customer that you call is actually satisfied with the assistant. So yeah, this is it for this video. I hope that you like this particular assistant creation process with VoiceGenie. I'll come up with a full length video of how to do a campaign with VoiceGenie. So this assistant is created, but you just still need to launch it in a campaign. And yeah, if you need any help, you can just reach out to VoiceGenie team. You can get a personalized demo for your own business, which will be great for you. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much.